Hi everyone, Shaylee Gallagher here, the author of The Cursed Promise, back again for another video. Also here with Kyra, because this is like my 5th time trying to record this and she won't stop barking. So here's hoping this will be the one where she doesn't bark. Hi again. Today, I am here to answer a question. The question was, if possible, could you do a video on how not to get your story moving so fast? I want to point out that this is a really good question because yes, it is really easy to want to just jump right into the action, jump right into the main plot point. And no, a lot of people don't want to write the slower scenes, the scenes where you're building up the character, you're building up the story. Now, I do want to point out, it's not inherently all bad to jump right into the action. A good example of this that I could find was The Martian, where page 1, he tells you he's stuck on Mars. He tells you that he is not doing good. He is very worried and he does not know what to do. It starts you right into the action of being trapped on Mars. There is no build-up. It is, I am trapped on Mars. This sucks. So it's not always bad to jump right in. You have to do what's best for the story. So I'm here to try and give you some examples of things you can do to try and help that to where you're not jumping straight into the plot. So for a reference, I am a pantser. That means I fly by the seat of my pants when I write. And that means I make it up as I go. So there are a lot of times where I will just jump right into the story in the first draft. And then I will go back and figure out what it needs to build up that story when I do my edits and rewrites. I do a lot of rewrites. And so that's me. However, another thing you could do is you could do some plotting. Now, I know people who write just the bare minimum, where it's step 1, this happens, step 2, this happens, step 3, this happens, step 4, this happens, step 5, plot. Like the main plot. We get into that in the middle, and then we have the ending. The second option is, I know people who do sticky notes, where it's like, here's all the things I want to happen in my book, and then they put them kind of in chronological order. Step 3 is, you really just kind of sit with it. You sit with it, and you come up with an idea of where you want your book to go and how fast paced you want it to be. Another thing to consider is knowing your audience. A lot of older books, books for the adult section will go a little bit slower depending on the plot. Sci-fi, fantasy, high fantasy go a lot slower because its audience are older and have a larger attention span. Young adult books usually jump right in. They don't take long to get to the point because their audience has a shorter attention span. So knowing your audience, know how fast you need to get into that plot, because a kid book, the kid might not have the attention span for it to take 100 pages to get to the point. So plotting is an option that you can do. Now, if you're not a plotter, that is fine. I want to make a point to say that because I recently got hate, and I remember feeling absolutely heartbroken about it, where they told me if I'm a pantser, I may as well not write at all because I'm not a good writer. I would like to point out that Stephen King is a pantser, and he is one of the biggest authors ever. There are also other pantsers. Look them up. Don't feel alone. You're a good author, even if you're not a plotter. I'm going to give you some ideas now for if you're not a plotter and you still need help. So, 2, you can do what I do. You can just get right into that plot point and then worry about rewrites later. Write the exciting bits, worry about the boring bits in a bit. Worry about them when it comes to editing. Now, something else you can try. Explore your character's relationships, personality traits, vices, morals. Use all of that and use that to build up the story before getting to the point. Explore your character. What are they doing? Who are they talking to? Why are they talking to these people? Do they like these people? Are these people important to the story? Why are they important to the story? Now, is there a character that they really like and they're friends with that's going to betray them later? Build up that trust. Build people liking that character. If a character is going to betray someone, make it hurt. Make it to where people like that character. Exploring your characters' relationships, their personalities, their traits, their vices, their morals, that is something that a world-renowned book that everyone I know loves does. And you know what else it does? Build suspense. If you have a plot point that is going to become a problem later, but isn't a problem now, build the suspense. She does it throughout, right at page 1 actually, hold on. Page 1. When I wake up, the other side of the bed is cold. My fingers stretch out, seeking Prim's warmth, but finding only the rough canvas cover of the mattress. She must have had bad dreams and climbed in with our mother. Of course she did. This is the day of the reaping. What's the reaping? I wanted to know. But it builds that suspense, and it makes you aware of something that is going to go wrong, but you're not sure how. So, that is something to be aware of. If your character is aware of something, make your audience aware of it. If it's something where there is a war and your character is going to be dragged into that war, your character is aware of that war. And there is worry there. What type of worry? Who knows? Or maybe there is no worry there. Maybe they're like, oh, there's a war, but it's not going to affect me. I'm fine. And then all of a sudden it does. And they have to deal with that. And they don't know how to deal with that. You have this picturesque, perfect town. And then it's not perfect. Don't be afraid to ruin your characters. Don't be afraid to start them off happy and absolutely rip them to shreds. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope all of that information helped you guys out as much as it helps me out when I'm doing my rewrites. Feel free to message me on any of my socials with any questions you have if you're a fellow author and you need some help, or even if you have questions about my book, or if you want to be a writing friend. I would love that. My socials are in my bio here, and I'm so thankful for all of you guys. You guys are amazing. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the subscribers. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.